There's a quiet war happening in your head. Every time you rest, every time you say no, every time you pause just to breathe, a voice whispers, you should be doing more. We live in a world that wears burnout like a badge of honor, where people are celebrated not for who they are, but for how much they can produce, where our worth is measured in checklists, trophies, followers, and hustle. But what if I told you that's a lie? What if your value as a human being has nothing to do with how many things you accomplish, how early you wake up, or how full your Google Calendar looks? In this video, we're going to dismantle the toxic belief that you have to earn your worth. We'll explore where this mindset comes from, how it's been quietly controlling you, and how you can begin to rewrite the story. Because you don't need to be constantly productive to be enough. Sometimes surviving is sacred. Sometimes just being here is brave. And you are already valuable, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Let's talk about that. Let's rewind. Imagine a young kid drawing for fun, crayons everywhere, sun with a smiley face. She runs to her parent, eyes glowing. Look what I made. The parent smiles and says, wow, you're so good at this. You're so talented. Innocent? Sure. But something small shifts. She starts drawing not just because it's fun, but because it makes people proud. It gets praise. It gets her love. Fast forward to adulthood, now it's not crayons. It's overworking, perfectionism, performance. Now the thought is, if I'm not achieving something, who even am I? Sound familiar? This is what psychologists call conditional self-worth. The belief that you have to earn your value by being useful, successful, or impressive. According to Dr. Kristin Neff, pioneer of self-compassion research, we have been taught to think self-criticism keeps us in line, but it actually breaks us down. You push yourself harder, you hustle, you grind. And when you're not productive, you feel guilty, lazy, worthless. But here's the thing nobody tells you. That guilt is not your fault. It's the byproduct of a culture obsessed with doing and terrified of just being. You've internalized a system that rewards burnout and punishes rest. But you can unlearn it. You can reclaim your worth. Let's name the lie. Productivity does not equal self-worth. It's an equation we've been fed since we were kids. Get good grades and you're smart. Win awards and you're talented. Make money and you're successful. But when your entire identity is built on output, you're always one failure away from feeling worthless. This is toxic productivity culture, and it's quietly destroying our mental health. According to clinical psychologist Dr. Thema Bryant, we confuse our capacity to produce with our capacity to be loved. Let that sink in. We've been taught to love ourselves only when we're achieving and to loathe ourselves when we're not. But your value isn't a currency. It's not something you trade for approval. You are not a machine. You're not meant to operate 24/7. You're a human being, designed for seasons, for rhythm, for rest. In nature, even the trees go still in winter. The ocean isn't always crashing, and your heart, it beats and then it rests. That pause, that stillness, it's not a weakness, it's wisdom. Here's what we need to shift towards. Self-worth is inherent. You were born valuable before you ever achieved anything. Just like babies don't have to earn love, neither do you. Self-compassion is greater than self-criticism. Harshness doesn't make you grow. Kindness does. Research by Dr. Neff shows that self-compassion actually makes people more resilient, not less. Being does not equal doing. Your soul isn't a to-do list. Your joy isn't a deadline. You're allowed to exist outside the grind. As the philosopher Alain de Botton said, there is no such thing as work-life balance. Everything worth fighting for unbalances your life. And sometimes, the most radical thing you can do is to rest without guilt. So how do we start detaching our worth from our work? Let's talk about real steps. Not fluff, not just love yourself platitudes, but actual doable shifts in how we think and live. Number 1, redefine rest. Start treating rest as a requirement, not a reward. Don't wait until you're burned out to take a break. Next time you pause, try saying this: I am resting because I am worthy, not because I earned it. Let your rest be proactive, not reactive. Number 2, track being, not just doing. Keep a journal, but instead of listing tasks, list moments of being. A conversation that made you feel alive. A moment of stillness where you heard your own thoughts. A small joy you noticed, like sunlight through leaves. You're more than your output. Start documenting your essence, not your efficiency. Number 3, speak to yourself like someone you love. When you mess up, don't say, I'm such a failure. Say, I'm human. I'm growing. I deserve grace. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a younger sibling or a dear friend. Self-compassion isn't weakness. It's a rebellion against the culture that told you to hustle until you're empty. Bonus, digital detox, even briefly. Even one day offline can reset the brain's need to perform constantly. Try a no-post Sunday. Just live, no proof. Remember, you don't owe the world a highlight reel. You owe yourself peace. This isn't about becoming unproductive. It's about becoming free. You can still be ambitious, still dream big, but not from a place of fear, from a place of wholeness. Let's say it out loud. I am enough, even when I do nothing. Sit with that. Let it unravel the years of self-doubt. Let it echo in the places where hustle used to live. You were not born to be a productivity robot. You were born to experience the full spectrum of life. The stillness, the messiness, the softness, the joy. Even the moments when you're curled up on the floor crying, you are no less valuable than when you are standing on a stage. Even the days when your body says no and you cancel everything, you are still enough. You are not your follower count. You are not the number of hours you grind. You are a soul. You are a presence. You are a story unfolding. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is choose yourself, even when the world tells you you're falling behind. So let this be your new affirmation. My worth is not measured by what I produce, but by how deeply I live, even in stillness. Breathe that in, not as a quote, as a truth that doesn't need to be proven, just remembered. If this video hit you deep, if you've ever felt like you're only as good as what you get done, I want you to drop this in the comments. I am already enough. Let's flood this space with reminders that we don't have to perform to deserve peace, that we can choose compassion over criticism, that we can rest and still rise. And if you know someone who's stuck in that grind spiral, someone who's forgetting how to just be, send this video their way. We're building something here, a quiet revolution of softness, slowness, and soul. If you want more videos like this, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned.